Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning here anyway. No, it's not. It's afternoon. Oh, whatever. Greetings and welcome to a session of Vampire the Masquerade. Crossover in this case. But, this scene is set during the events of last night's Palo Grande attack, and Ghost receives some contact information for an Alicia from Frank Green, and she invites Alicia to one of her strong houses in the East End of Harlem for a meeting, because apparently this person is worth talking to. Our scene starts where Alicia's arriving at the apartment, and Ghost is within, so I'll let Alicia take away what she's actually doing.
Well, Alicia will be strolling up and knocking on the door fairly politely. Not entirely sure who she's supposed to be meeting, but she figures right now anyone that is against the night darkness squirting people is probably worth talking to.
The first thing you really notice in the area is that it's really heavily occupied by a certain type of gang, and they're quite obvious in the fact that we're all wearing the same sort of colours, and they're all riding motorcycles, and they have weapons. However, they're not firing on anybody, and they don't fire on you when you approach.
She's going to watch them carefully, but figuring that they're probably there to deal with the other people, seeing as she's meeting someone about the other people. She's going to, for the moment, just kind of let that pass.
They seem to be guarding houses, comforting people that live in the area that seem distressed, and offering protection. So they seem to be on sort of guard duty at the moment, and they're on equal guard duty when you get to this house. You're asked who you are. I presume you give your name.
Yep.
And then you're let in. And it's one of those houses that's split into two apartments, and downstairs it's just basically a house, but it's essentially an apartment inside. It's got two separate doors. And downstairs there are some people, the door's open, and you can see bikers sat around watching TV and writing notes. And then you go upstairs, and there's a second door that's open, and you see two bikers and a woman sat down in an armchair next to a laptop, and she's typing on the laptop, and she's dressed as pictured. She has a mask over her face and short-sleeve shirt on,
and I'm going to make a perception roll.
Okay.
Which I don't pass, because one success is not enough to notice vampires.
Ghost has blush of health, so she does look relatively human. And she is looking at some video feed, and she sort of looks up in your direction as you walk in, pulls the mask down. Are you Alicia?
Yeah. Are you Ghost, or?
I'm Ghost.
Right.
Come in, sisters. Take a seat. Ghost sort of looks at you. You can. This would be a good situation for Ghost to be flirty, but you can tell she's fucking not in the mood. She looks pretty angry. So
Alicia's going to sit down.
But not knowing the person, I suppose you wouldn't know that. Thought I'd describe it anyway.
Yep.
Ghost is pissed off. And she's tapping away on the computer, and he says to you, "So, what's your connection with Frank?"
Well, he lives opposite me, and He hasn't caused any trouble so far. Unlike the people downtown.
Yeah. I've been trying to get hold of a lot of people all night and had no luck. The best thing I can fucking do is try and protect our assets around here and stop them from coming into this area.
Well, I might have lost the scent at the moment, but I severely doubt it's going to stay that way. Do not go coming into my city and fucking shit up. And you can tell she's really pissed off because from now for you might not know her, but I'm not sure if you can tell sometimes when people are swearing if they're not the type of person that usually swears.
Yeah.
Yeah. And expect to just stroll back off to wherever the hell they came from.
Well, there seems to be these kind of guys, Emma, they like to do this sort of shit. Mostly because they don't give a fuck about human life.
So
And
you know who they are and where they came from?
I don't know exactly who they are in person, but I know who they work for.
Right. Well, that's helpful.
Um, and I've been trying to keep on top of it all day, but you know, I'm not a fucking one-woman army. I can only do what I can do. And
Well,
my priority was protecting uh, my particular neighbourhood because these people, they look to me for protection.
I slowed it down enough for most of the people to escape.
Yeah. Anyway.
So how do you know Frank?
He's kind of my boss. That makes sense.
Right. So you're one of those. Okay.
One of those what?
Well, she look at the other people, be like, the bitey people.
Yeah, I got a bite on me. Jeds, would you excuse me a moment? Go and check on how Helena's doing. And the two guys leave the room, shut the door. We can speak freely now. Sorry.
Right. So, are you one of the gangrel people?
I'm not a gangrel now. Well,
But you're not one of the sabot people.
no.
Right.
I'm a good girl. She smiles. Because it was sort of
Okay.
toothy
I
grin.
don't really understand that much, but I get that the sabot people are the bad people.
Well, put it this way, sister. I don't go around killing people for fun. It's not
So those people downtown, they're like, wow, the sabot people.
down to the DNA. There's no difference between me and them. It's a moral standpoint, you understand?
Yeah. So, I know how I plan to go about finding them, but you know more about these things than I do, I take it.
Well, the thing about everything is that they have connections, and I'm just checking out right now. Uh, Earlier on, there were some vans going through the city playing loud music. I managed to apprehend one of these vans and get the driver information out of it. It's a good bet that whoever the driver of this van was works for one of these people that were doing the shooting last night.
Okay.
So that's a lead.
Definitely.
It looks.
And I got some of the blood from one of them, so we can use that.
It's not really particularly my avenue. of investigation, but there
No,
are.
no, I was going to ask Aaron to do that.
Who's Aaron?
One of my friends.
Okay. She looks at you a bit weirdly, but not having all specs would not know anything.
We're not.
Oh.
We're different.
You're different.
To you, yeah.
I've had far too many of these conversations. Every attractive woman that's walked into my life has been a fucking actual fuck up, so we don't even want to go down that avenue. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Anyway,
Well,
point is, we have avenues of investigation. The first thing we need to do is to make sure that loads of non-like us people, put ghost as air brackets, don't see all the weird shit that happened.
yeah, I'm not sure there's a lot I can do about that.
I've got some friends. We might be able to do something.
And I hope so, because that's kind of breaching the veil all over the place.
The veil.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, it's a problem for everybody when that happens, no matter what.
Precisely.
So,
This is what I said when I went to talk to Frank about the weird lab thing under the city. There's a problem for everyone that uses the sewers. I mean, we don't use the sewers because the Ratkin don't like us going down there, but, you know, big problem for everyone.
yeah. Well, there's certainly some weird shit down there in those sewers.
Yep.
But again, I'm one woman and I can't solve all these problems by myself.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to go consult with the others and see what we can put our heads together to do. My main concern is making sure that the veil, as you put it, is not too badly broken.
Yeah. I'm not really, as I said, very good at that. So my main concern is to stop these people from ever doing something like this again.
That's point two. How exactly we're going to do that, I really don't know. Because
Well, I'm very much looking forward to a rematch.
the little problem we have on our side is that there are a lot more of them than there are of us. And myself excluded, most of us aren't particularly good at in a fight.
Let's put it this way. I, until very recently, didn't consider myself very good in a fight. I very much look forward to a rematch where I don't have to hold back because there are people around.
Yeah.
One thing I have learned over the past few months is that we're pretty damn good at combat. Even the ones that aren't good at combat.
Well, I'd say that some of us more
Well, not so much you guys.
I don't know. Ghost sort of frowns a little bit, still really not kind of unsure of what you are and what you mean by this.
Oh, park. Right.
Park. What?
Well, it's just whenever I talk to you guys and you ask me and try and figure out who I am, they're always like, "Are you the people from the park?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really live in Central Park, but yeah."
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ghost looks kind of. She's sitting in an armchair and comes out of the seat a little bit and sits on the arm. Try not to look too afraid, but She's not stupid, and she knows how dangerous werewolves are. But she just gets okay. Right. Remind me not to get on your bad side.
Okay. But yeah, so these guys, they need to be dead.
They do, and I'm glad we're on the same page here. I think if we work together, she sits back down in the chair again now that she's sort of gotten over her gut reaction. Um, if we work together, I'm sure we can crush them with no issue.
Yep.
Especially with your particular talents, as
Yep.
far as I know.
So, um, well, like I said, I kind of lost them, so I need to find them again. But there are several different ways we can go about doing this. Once we find them, then it's all downhill.
Well, I'm gonna have a meeting with my people tonight, and then I think maybe we could have like you go talk to your people, I'll go talk to my people,
Yep.
and then we'll talk to each other.
And the mage people. Need to talk to the mage people as well.
Yeah, I don't know any mage people, but I'm sure somebody does. Um,
Because I think, pretty sure that Alex will not like people coming in and killing lots of people either.
no, I wasn't particularly happy about it, to say the least. But
Because I don't mind the fact that there are lots of other people here, and there's vampires wandering around, as long as, they're not, like, killing people. And Frank seems to behave fairly well. But doesn't change the fact that this is our city, and you don't go causing mess.
I think the best thing to do is for us all to work together if we've got the same, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, I mean,
Yeah.
not saying that we're necessarily enemies, but you and me, we've not always got on the best.
No, I don't really... Yeah, there's quite a lot of werewolves that tend to be a bit anti-everyone.
So, um,
Some of them are anti-humans, let alone anything else.
so the best thing to do, I think, is for us to go back and get all the information we can from our people, and then meet again, my guys and your guys,
Yep.
and then formulate a plan where we can work together to combat these motherfuckers. For want of a
Yes.
better word.
Just track them down and kill them.
Yep.
And I'm not usually a very violent person. I'm usually a very non-violent person. But this kind of stuff is not allowed.
I'm
Not
normally
okay.
I'm normally a fluffy bunny too, she says, tapping the gun on her waist.
Well, usually I'm the one saying, let's not kill people.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of killing. Don't kill anybody unless I really, really, really have to. But in this case, I'll make an exception.
I mean, you don't go just chopping your way through a crowd with machetes instead of... I mean, for frig's sake, if you're going to running away, go the direction that you don't have to chop your way through a crowd.
Yeah.
This is what takes them from being just ordinary bad people to bad people that need to die right now.
They're just stupid. They haven't got the idea of, these people don't live very long. I'm happy to say, because they don't have any idea how to function and survive.
So,
So,
like I said, we need to find them, we need to kill them, we need to make sure that they are all dead. And then they can't do stuff like this again. And people will be safer.
yeah. Well, I'll give you my this is where you can contact me, and you just write some stuff down. And I'll make sure that we meet up, and formulate a plan once I've got back to you about what everybody else has to say.
Okay.
I need to go check on someone right now, though. Hopefully they're not burning houses.
Well, yes, because that's pretty bad too. At least it's houses rather than people.
Me, my kind,
As
fire.
long as the people aren't inside.
I don't really want to get burned alive or have any of my friends burned alive, so that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. That seems like a good plan. I'm going to work on finding these things.
I'm sure I'll see you again. Ghost stands up and sort of offers you her hand.
And Alicia will shake it.
And then Ghost will sort of start to leave, and it's sort of implied that you should too.
Yep. And Alicia will head out and disappear off to try and find these people and fail to find these people and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Because she's got lots to do.
Scene ends.
Or theoretically it ends.
Yeah.